This week on The Big Picture, right-wing media hits new lows in attacking women's health. Fox steps up its embrace of birtherism, and Beck's Fox career might be on its last legs, but his special brand of crazy is alive and well at Fox. Thanks for watching. I'm Julie Milliken. At the center of this week's budget debate was an attempt by conservatives to end federal funding for women's health clinics like Planned Parenthood. This debate in Washington was accompanied by the usual dishonesty and some really disturbing attacks on women on the airways.
They are primarily an abortion provider, even though they claim to be about women's health.
We are supposed to pay in the event the deputy sheriff did not close her legs. Planned Parenthood's a money laundering operation for the Democrat Party.
Stop just a second. Hookers? Who? Who depends on Planned Parenthood?
The Fox and Friends crew even invented the idea you can get pap smears and breast exams at Walgreens.
He was talking about Planned Parenthood being this great provider where women can get blood pressure checks and pap smears and breast
which you can get at Walgreens.
Exactly right.
Well, we did the work a news network should be doing and actually called Walgreens to ask them. Kilmeade isn't exactly right. He's totally wrong. We heard the great news last week that Beck would be transitioning away from his Fox News show. After 2 years of race-baiting conspiracy theories, dishonest attacks, and outright nuttiness, it's about time. But if you thought these were problems unique to Beck, think again. Race-baiting, smears, and conspiracy theories are now the standard at Fox.
Wait a minute, he's never said anything over the top like what Dan Rather said.
Oh, he has said plenty of things.
What?
When he called the President of the United States, almost he referred to him as a racist. I mean, he has said some very outlandish things.
Well, wait a minute. Hang on a second. And when the President hangs out with Jeremiah Wright for 20 years, can one conclude that there are issues with the President?
Very simply, they want a recast of the entire American economic system. And the only way that can possibly happen is if the system crashes, like it did in 1929. In theory, an economic collapse could allow a new system to rise, a quasi-socialistic system whereby Washington would dole out the jobs and money.
Because there is a connection with George Soros. What is it?
Okay, let's do this. We're going to get blasted for this, but George Soros at one point owned 22 million shares of Petrobras, the company that has available to it those $2 billion in drilling loans. Now, the question is, did he know? Does he know? Who knows? But I will tell you one thing. It's been a great trade for him. It's been very profitable, and as everyone knows, George Soros was one of the big contributors to MoveOn.org, big contributor to the Obama.
And did he know the President was going to say this $2 billion deal? That's what you're saying.
George Soros has the best information money can buy. I can't make that leap, but maybe he did.
Fox News has followed Beck closer and closer to the fringe. And speaking of craziness, it looks like many Fox Newsers are willing to go even further than Beck, dredging up long-debunked lies about President Obama's citizenship and his birth certificate. Despite Karl Rove's best efforts to pretend that birtherism is just a White House-driven scheme, Rove's employer, Fox News, has repeatedly given airtime to this old falsehood.
Why aren't you satisfied that he has been born here in the United States?
Well, the fact is, they ask me the question, and I say, I want to see his birth certificate. It's very simple. Somebody asked me today, could I see your birth certificate? I had it in my hands in less than an hour. You have a birth certificate. People that are born in this country have birth certificates.
It says that he's got investigators in Hawaii looking for President Obama's birth certificate. What do you make of that?
Well, I appreciate that the Donald wants to spend his resources in getting to the bottom of something that it so interests him and many Americans. You know, more power to him.
How does increasing taxes count as spending cuts in your world, Mr. Obama? Maybe in Kenya, but certainly not here.
And Fox isn't alone in their new enthusiasm for the birther myth. Right-wing media outlets like the Washington Times, WorldNet Daily, and Rush Limbaugh are joining in.
We've got somebody about whom there are legitimate citizenship questions here. Serving as president.
They can yell all they want, but it doesn't change the fact that Obama was born in Hawaii and has released the official paperwork to prove it. You can find a comprehensive takedown of all the birther myths at MediaMatters.org. And finally, Saturday Night Live took on the Fox and Friends crew this past week, but nobody can parody Fox's morning show hosts as well as the hosts themselves. We leave you this week with, well, just watch.
Get in there. You're sinking. Wiggle. You're in big way. Wiggle. Come on. Get in. Come on. Left arm. Left arm. Left arm. Weak arm in. Weak arm in. Do it. Head on. Head on. All right. Sit up. Sit up. There you go. Let's get the other arm in. He's smoking you. Stand up. Stand up. Stand up. Damn it. We got it. Get your butt up. Stand up. Stand up. He's going down. Help your buddy out. You gotta help your buddy. That's it.
You have 2 minutes left to fight.
I got 2 minutes left? Okay.